everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a new year of nattyc_reads YouTube. I am so excited for all the videos I've got planned for this year. I've got a few different reading vlogs planned, I've got some other videos, and I'm just really excited. But now on to the purpose of today's video. Today I thought I would go through my 2025 bookish goals with you. I have just a small handful of goals that I want to try and achieve this year, and I thought I would just tell you them all in a video. Okay, so first off, obviously, is my reading goal for the year. Now, I have 3 different reading goals. Now, I know this sounds probably insane and you're thinking, what the fuck are you doing, Natalie? But this has a purpose. So this year I want to focus a lot more on my writing. If you didn't know, I want to be an author someday. It's my dream. It has been my dream since I was a little girl, and I've always wanted to I want my books to be out there in the world, so someone like me, a booktuber, could be reading my book and talking about it on a YouTube channel. So this year I wanted to dedicate more time to my writing, and that is why I have 3 different reading goals. So my first one is my one that I have on Goodreads, and that is my goal. That is a goal of 50 books. I passed that last year. I read 77 books, but I wanted to see if I could, because obviously I want to write more and I want to focus on my uni work. I want to not over pressure myself with a reading goal, so I set it to 50 again, because that's around about 1 book a week, and it gives me 2 weeks extra in case I go in a bit of a slump, or if I have a really long book that I'm reading, so stuff like that. So that's why my goal is 50 on Goodreads. But I also wanted to see if I could extend my goal a little bit, so I have set it on Fable to 60. And that is because that's only 10 more than my goal last year. It's just on a different platform, and that's kind of what I hope to get to this year. I hope I could get to 60 books. But my dream goal for the year is the goal that I set myself on Storygraph, and that is to read 80 books before the end of the year. I hope I can do this, because like I said, I did read 77 last year, so that's only 3 more than I read last year. But obviously, like I said, I'm in university now. I'm also wanting to work on my writing a bit more. So the 80 is a dream goal that if I can get to, if I have the time and I read enough. But if not, my altogether goal is to read 50 books before the end of the year. I'm hoping this channel will help me read more though, because I love doing reading vlogs. Okay, so my next goal is one that's important to me. I want to make reading more of a habit for myself this year, because my reading is very sporadic. Some days I can read an entire book in a day. Some days I read 100 pages, some days I read 50, other days I read 10, a lot of the days I read nothing. And I want to make reading more of a constant habit in my life, because it is something that genuinely brings me joy, and it's something that I find very relaxing. So I want to set my goal of trying to read 50 pages a day for this entire year. It's, as I'm filming this, it's currently the 2nd of January, and I did read my over 50 pages yesterday. I read 89 pages yesterday. But I just want to make this a goal for myself, just to read 50 pages a day, just so I can get more reading done. I can try and achieve my goal of reading 80 books in the year. And also it means I'm not spending as much time on screens, because my screen time last year was ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, it was ridiculous. So I want to spend less time on screens this year and more time doing other things I love, like reading. I want to do more crafty things. I want to carry on doing diamond art painting, because I love doing that, and I can read while I do that because I listen to audiobooks. And I want to do scrapbooks. I want to go out and do more things. I have a few things planned for this year already that I'm doing with my friends and stuff, and I'm really excited about it. I want to spend more time with my mom, and I want to go and get on more days out with her, to the cinema, or just out for lunch or for a coffee or something. So yeah, I want to spend less time on the screens, and one of the ways I want to try and do that is by reading 50 pages a day. Now, sometimes I do read on my iPad because it's a big screen and I like to do that, but I'm still reading, so I'm classing it as not adding to my screen time, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Another goal I have for myself is I really, really want to try and expand my reading taste this year. So last year I delved a lot more into fantasy, and I've absolutely loved that, hence the jumper. This is from Literature Stitches. It's the Alan Catherine collection. I'm obsessed with this jumper, and I can officially wear this and say I am actually a fantasy reader. But I want to delve into more genres. I want to read more non-fiction because I've got a couple of autobiographies on my shelves that I haven't read yet, and I really want to read them. I want to read some thrillers. I want to try and read some thriller books because everyone talks about them and they seem to love them. I have a couple on my shelves. So I have the reappearance of Rachel Price, which I got last year. It was my mum's. She tried to read it, didn't like it. So I bought it off her. And then my friend, the lovely Ida, she got me The Naturals for Christmas this year, because I've heard it's very much like Criminal Minds, and Criminal Minds is one of my favourite TV shows. And if I love crime TV shows and like thrillery type TV shows, why would I not love crime/thriller type books? So yeah, no, I want to try and read some more non-fiction and more crime/thriller books this year, because I just want to kind of like broaden my horizons a little bit, because I realised last year my main genres were fantasy and romance, but mainly romance. Because there's a video going up on my channel very soon, which is me updating my 2024 book bullet journal, and at the end of it, when I did my graph at the end, I realised that the main genre I read last year was romance, and that's never going to change because I am a big romance girl, but I would still like to expand that a little bit and maybe read some different kinds of romance. I want to look into reading some dark romance, because my friends talk about it all the time and they seem to love it. So yeah, I want to definitely read some dark romance this year, as well as some crime/thriller books, and also more fantasy because I'm really in my fantasy era at the moment. Okay, another goal I want to look into is I want to try and get through some of the series I'm in the middle of. I'm currently in the middle of like 18 different series at the moment, and I want to try and finish some of them off because with some of the series I'm only like 1 or 2 books away from the end. For example, with the Throne of Glass series, I'm currently doing the tandem read of Empire Storms and Tower of Dawn, and then all I've got is Kingdom of Ash, and I really want to finish that in the first half of the year. I only have the last 2 books left in the Harry Potter series. I want to read them this year. I also started the Play for Keeps series last year. I want to finish that. There's a couple of duologies that I started. I just want to complete a lot of the series that I started in the last couple of years that I just haven't finished yet, because I don't like having incomplete series on my TBR. I don't mind it, but I also really want to finish them. One that I'm really excited to finish is the Briar U/Off-Campus universe. I love that series. I started it last year, and I can't wait to read the last 3 books before I go on to the next part of that series, which is the Campus Diaries series. So yeah, as I was saying, I really want to just get through a few series that I have in my TBR this year and try and finish some of them off. Some of them I am very, very close to finishing, so I think that is definitely possible. So yeah, but honestly, kind of leading on from that, I also really want to get through a lot of my physical TBR this year, because I currently own over 200 books and I have over 100 of them that I haven't read, and I really want to get through some of them, and I want to try and curb my book buying habits. This year I want to try and just buy books that are like the next in a series, and like I want to try and set like goals for myself, because I am a bit of a nerd, and you can thank Em for this. We both have a TBR spreadsheet. She originally had this, and then she told us about it, and it made me want one. And I will insert a picture of mine here. And I love using it. I love being able to keep track of the books I have on my physical TBR with it, and also being able to see what percentage of my physical TBR I've read and stuff like that. And currently I have read, I think, like 55% of my physical TBR, which yes is really, really good, but I still want to get that lower. Well, higher, I mean, I want to get to a higher percentage, and I want to lower the amount of books I have on my physical TBR. And my goal for the end of the year is to have read 70% of my physical TBR. So I don't know how many more books I'm going to need to read to do that, but that is a big goal that I want to set for myself. So what I'm going to try and do is, so at the moment I currently have 105 books on my physical TBR, and I think a rule that I'm going to set for myself is I can't go over a certain amount. So at the moment I'm on 105. I want to get my physical TBR to below 100. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get down to 98 books on my physical TBR. And then once I get to that, I can buy myself like 1 or 2 books, but then it can't go over 100. And then once I've done that, I want to get down to like 90. And then like go down to like 88. And then I can buy 2 books and I can't go over 90 books on my physical TBR, and so on and so forth. Just so I can keep my physical TBR down and also try and curb my spending habits, because I need to be a lot better with money this year. I want to try and save some money for the end of the year, because I like to go a bit over the top when it comes to Christmas. So I want to have a bit of money in savings. And also at the end of this year, I am planning to go to Norway for a week. Obviously, I've mentioned Ida on my channel quite a few times, and she lives in Norway, and me and Em are planning to go at the end of the year to see her near her birthday. So I want to be able to have money so I can spoil her and buy her a lot of presents. So yes, that is what I am doing. That's why I want to just kind of get my physical TBR down. I want to start spending so much money on books, because I got quite a few for Christmas, and I bought myself a couple as well around Christmas, so my physical TBR went up by quite a bit, but I also sold quite a few books as well. But yeah, I want to try and get my physical TBR down, read quite a few books off of it, and yeah. Okay, so my next one isn't so much related to reading as it is to writing. As I mentioned, I want to be an author someday, and Em had the idea of doing a writing challenge this year. So we both want to try and get our first drafts of our books written by the end of the year. She's writing a fantasy series that you best believe I am being an ARC reader for. I'm really excited to read it because Emma's an amazing writer. And I am writing a like accidental pregnancy / single parent romance series. The single parent romance / accidental pregnancy are my favourite kinds of books to read. And I love romance, so I thought it would be a fun book series for me to write. And this is a challenge that we're doing with a couple of our other friends who are in the Discord server that Em and Geordie run. And the goal is basically to write 300 words a day. Em was a bit of an overachiever yesterday and wrote over 1,000. I wrote 433 words yesterday. So yeah, basically the whole purpose of it is just to try and get our first draft of our books done before the end of the year. And I think it's just really fun, and I'm really excited about it, because I've always wanted to be an author, and I always wanted to have a book out there in the world. So I love the fact that we're doing this challenge, and I love the fact that I'm getting to finally work on my book, and also I have some people to motivate me to work on my book, and this challenge is a very good motivator for me, because it means I have a certain goal each day, and 300 words isn't really that much to write. It's very easy. I can get it done within like an hour or so. So yeah, that is like my writing goal for the year. I want to get my first draft of my book done by the end of the year if I can. If not, that's fine. If I can get the majority of it written, I will be happy. But I also obviously have like other things that I have to do, like my uni work and stuff. I've got a couple of uni assignments that are due very soon, and I still have like 3,000 words I need to write for them. So, you know, whoopsie daisy. Okay, so the final goal that I have set for myself is one for my YouTube. And this one is a goal that I hope isn't too hard to get to, but I want to try and get to 150 subscribers before the end of the year. At the moment, I am currently on 92 subscribers, and I am so grateful to every single person who has subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate it. I didn't think I would get this many subscribers as it is. Because I've tried doing YouTube before, and I think I've gotten a maximum of like 10 or 15 subscribers, but I never stuck to it as much as I have now. This is going to be my second year of doing YouTube now, and I absolutely love it. I love filming videos. I love getting content out there. I love replying to people's comments and talking to people in the comments. So yeah, a goal I have for this year is to get to 150 subscribers before the end of the year, and I'm really excited. Like, I want to grow this community. I want to meet more people through this community, and yeah, I'm just very, very excited about it. And I hope people enjoy my videos this year, because I do have some fun ones planned. I've got a couple of vlogs planned. In March, I am going to a concert with M, and we are doing a little London weekend, so I'm going to vlog that. I am going to, like I said, I'm going to Norway later in the year, so I want to vlog that as well. And I've just got like so many things that I want to do and that I want to vlog. Me and Geordie are planning to do a Scream marathon weekend, because Scream is one of her favourite like horror movie franchises, and I want to watch them, but I don't want to watch them alone because I'm a chicken shit. So she's planning to come to mine, and we are going to watch that together, and it's going to be really fun. And if I can, I will try and vlog that, but I may not, because we may just be watching movies for an entire weekend. But yeah, no, that is all of my bookish kind of goals for the year of 2025. Let me know in the comments below what your goals for the year are. If they don't have to be book related, just whatever goals you have for the year. I have obviously a lot of other goals that I want to achieve, but they aren't book related, so I'm not really putting them on my YouTube channel. But yeah, no, I hope you guys enjoyed. Happy New Year. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and New Year, and I hope you have so many fun things planned for the year ahead, and I hope that you have a wonderful year. But yeah, no, that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you next time.